Okay, my YouTube buddies, Mr. Redman here from Hyperman Archery. I'm going to be shooting my training bow. It's a 30-pound bow, 64 inches long, hybrid longbow with a recurve style grip. It's not a true longbow, but it's in between. It's my tran bow. It's in between a recurve and a longbow. So you got the hybrid limbs, not really straight, not really with a hook, the recurve hook. So it's a tran bow, and it shoots really good, quiet and fast. And this is the one I do my train on. Like I said, it's only 30 pounds. But we're going to be doing some drills on this today. And these are the drills that help me shoot as accurate as I can shoot. And every week I notice I'm getting much better just by doing these drills. And drills are so important to do. People just don't want to put the time into them. That's why there's people better than other people, is people want to put their time into it. Whatever you want to do, you can do if you put your time into it. We heard that when we were kids, remember? And it's true. But I'm going to do some shooting today at 20 yards. Okay, the camera is, the camera is 21 yards. Right there, where that hay is, where that hay bale is 20 yards from where I'm going to be standing. And it is going to be 21 yards from the camera. And I got it marked right here. I marked it before. I didn't know I had it marked before. Right there, 20 yards for white. So that's what we're going to be shooting today, doing these drills. The reason why I choose to use the 30-pound bow is because your release has to be perfect. They're much harder for me, Mr. Redman, Hyper Hunter, Spaz Boy, like my mom calls me. It's much harder to shoot because the release has to be perfect. It has to be perfect. Any little change in it, it's going to go off. The arrow's going to go off. So it has to be perfect release. And every time I shoot, what I think in my head is I think, make a quiet release. Quiet, quiet. It sounds funny to some people, but it's like a tiptoeing style, quiet, smooth release. Just smooth. It has to be quiet. You think that way. If you think quiet, you'll actually move smooth and quiet and smoother on a release. So for me, because there's people out there that say something else, but for me it works for at the level that I'm at right now. So we're going to try to shoot that, and I'm going to try to show some things. Hopefully I can show some stuff that's going to help some other people with some problems they had. And it took me lots of years to figure stuff out, and I finally got it to where I'm happy at my level. I'm happy with where I am getting better now. And hopefully, like I said, it can help some other people. So let's do some shooting. Okay, I'm going to be shooting 30-pound bow with my Access. I got so many of these Access arrows, they make different ones. But this is the green one. The straightness level is 3. I think so. It doesn't matter. And this arrow weighs 420 out of a 30-pound bow. For me, that's an extremely light arrow for me to be doing drills, because I want to copy the bow that I'm going to hunt with the arrow matching the speed as close as I can. Not necessarily the speed, but the drop of the arrow. The wind's starting to come up now, but that doesn't matter. You can still do your drills and still do everything that's going to make you a much better shot who cares at the wind? Don't let things bother you. I don't care if it's raining, or your baby's diaper's got to be changed, or the old lady's yelling at you, or doesn't matter. Right now you got to worry about this. Focus on this. Okay, I'm going to focus on just that white ping pong ball. So we'll bring it up. I'll do some shooting. Okay, and this drill is, you necessarily don't have to shoot good. If you go all over the place, it doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is doing something enough times so it comes automatic and it helps you have a smooth release. You can feel it if it's a smooth release. If you're and if your bow swings around or your arm swings out, you don't want that. Try to keep it right where you want to put it, and then do your release. Okay, we were at exactly a true 20 yards. Okay, that's my first group for the day. No, it's like my 6th group because I warmed up already. 6 times I've shot 5. So now I'm warming up, but that's my first one on camera. So, let's see how I did. See, I was trying to hit that little the ball in there, and I hit it and it moved to the side and I chased it with the other arrows. But that's not really that good for what I'm looking for. But for hunting, that's damn good, except for the one on the left, the flyer. Right there. Okay, so let's get the arrows and we'll try it again. Okay, now I'm gonna do some shooting and have you guys look at this angle on my release. And the key is not to have my arms fly out, go crazy, or move my bow until the arrow hits the target. It's hard to do. This is very hard to practice because it's like when you play golf, you lift your head up to see where your ball went and you top the ball every time. You got to follow through with it. Focus on the target with my eyes. Focus on the middle of that target. Ooh, that one went crazy. I did something wrong. I'll look it up when I review this video. And remember, it's not so much about where you hit and how accurate you get. It's to try to do the same smooth release every time. If you can do it with this light bow, it's way easier with a much heavier bow. Not much heavier, but just heavier bow. Because when you release, if you don't release well, the heavy bow will pull your fingers out of the way, will bully it out of the way for you. So it's easier for you. You don't have to be smooth. Okay, so let's try it again. Here's the group we did, right here. These drills do work really good. And after I do these drills about 10 times, I'll just go for it and put it all together and just start trying to hit the target, and then you'll see the difference, okay? Okay, let's try to release as smooth and as quiet as we can. That one came out bitchin'. That one did too. Okay, this group came out excellent, excellent, excellent. And I'll explain to you why when we get up to it. Okay, see the reason why that group is excellent is when the misses I made were up and down. I wasn't worried about that. It's side by side. Side by side is bad release. Up and down is just instinctive shooting, or you just didn't point the end of your tip of your arrow, or gap shoot how they do it, you know. You didn't finger walk high enough, I guess. But the release is so important, smooth. If you do it with the light bow, when you get to the heavier bow, oh, it's sweet as hell. So watch this. So now you can look at this and see what I'm saying here. This is what I was aiming for. That right there, golf ball. But see how these are all together in a straight line. They're not that bad. This one was a flyer, but actually it wasn't too, because it was close to this, but still. I'd rather miss the target and have a pattern somewhere else, a good pattern, a tight pattern, than have it everywhere. So this is really good in here. I'm happy with that. And one other thing I've had problems with people lying about how far they're shooting. I have two friends that just got into archery, and they're having so much problem with shooting at 20 yards. And they showed me the guys that they've watched shoot at 20 yards. And I said, those guys aren't at 20 yards, they're full of shit. They're only like at 10 yards. You can see how many steps he took. You know, if the guy takes 15 steps, he's not at 20 yards. If he takes 20 steps, he's not at 20 yards because he's not pacing them off. And whenever the guys on the internet they always say, well, it's around, or it's in that area. Oh, what about this? You kind of have cancer or you don't have cancer. You kind of love your wife or you kind of don't love your wife. There's no in between. It's either you do or you don't. And by giving false stuff to these people they're much closer than they say they are. They're screwing up other people trying to learn the sport. They're saying, I can't hit it like these other guys can. I've been trying so much. Well, those other guys are full of shit, okay? And that's very disrespectful to archery and other people general. And it really sucks because there's people out there that really love the sport and they give up. I know kids have done this. The kids on the corner don't want to do this because they can't shoot as far as the people they see on the internet. I said, those guys are lying. And they don't understand, why does he lie? I said, well, that's how people do, okay? People lie. So you can see the difference. Like we're shooting here, we're shooting at 20 yards. It's not going to help me hunting if I'm going to bullshit. If something gets at 20 yards, I happen to have a rangefinder, I want to do that. It says 20 yards. Wow, I don't know how to do it because I've been bullshitting people and don't know how to shoot 20 yards. Okay, so that's just something that I've been thinking about for a while. Okay, let's go see how that one didn't come out very well. On the right there, I started to do it good, release-wise, and then I blew it. That's why we do drills, but we got another 8 drills to do and we'll get it down. Okay, I counted 29 steps. Okay, that group didn't look too good either, but it's all practicing a smooth release. Doesn't matter where it goes, but if you can get them up and down, that's good. That's really good. But if you can't get them up and down and you're still all over, don't worry about it. In time, it's gonna take care of itself. You gotta be positive about it. Positive will get you crazy levels you never thought you could get. Look at that. Okay, we're going to look at that last group with some positivity. The positivity was that the up and down was great, was really good on it. It's just a side-by-side release. So I might get the same thing again. I might get it a second time, a third time, but then when I put it all together and just go for it, it's all going to be really nice tight groups. Okay, look there. We got 3 at the top of the group, and we got 2 at the bottom on both sides. That group there on top, the 3 arrows, they look like I'm doing the same thing on the same release. The more I do this, the more I'll do it every time when I go to put it together. So we'll keep doing this drill. Oh! Okay, let's go up and look at that group. 6 arrows. Okay, these 4 are just about perfect. But these 2, see? That was my, that was all about my bad release. Because if these were here, I'd be like that. Two of them hit the ping pong ball. Okay, there's another nice group of 4. Let's do it again. Okay, see that group? That group wasn't bad either, because we're only doing drills. See, there's another one. I'm happy with that. The up and down is good. The side by side fell apart, but that's okay. That's why we do drills. Got lucky and got that one in the middle. The groups aren't going to be perfect because it's just a group, and I want people to constantly remember that. And I tell myself that because I get pulled into it too. But it has its own purpose. It'll all come together, and you'll have a better release for your heavier bow, or even when you still want to stay with just a 30-pound bow, and that's what you have, you'll make this better because you just concentrate on one thing. Because I've noticed in archery, there's so much to remember. So some of the things you just got to do on drills, so it automatically does it for you without thinking, so you can focus on other stuff, like focusing on the target, holding your bow steady through the whole shot process, things like that. So let's try to do some more. Okay, look at that group. I had 2 flyers with bad release. Now I'm starting to try to hit the middle. There we go. There's 3 in there. Okay, my YouTube buddies, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't worry about the progress you're doing. Just keep trying as hard as you can on the release, and try to get yourself a 30-pound bow, or even a 25-pound bow that I'm going to be getting soon, and just drill off of that, and you'll notice a difference in your groups. You really will, because you get to practice it more, and you won't get sore, and you will have a nice soft release, smooth, a quiet release. Okay? Thank you for watching, and I hope it helped.